Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC Entertainment, but before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. As you guys can see, we do have some interesting price action today for AMC stock. Obviously you see here after hours it is up a lot, and a lot of people are kind of wondering, is this the start of the squeeze? Why is AMC up today? Well, I hope to cover that for you guys before the end of the video. Just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So we're seeing some interesting price action after hours with AMC up 9.34%. A lot of people are kind of wondering, why, is AMC stock up? Why is it going up? And I've been saying this for a long time. Right now the market is not really making a lot of sense. There's a lot of big indexes that are truly falling. A lot of big time companies that are posting record earnings, stuff like that. They're not really doing too well. We got some outlook for AMC. We saw how the company was doing. We saw the company is recovering and the company is starting to do very, very well. So why did the stock price continue to fall? Well, we also do know that right now, there's a big war going on with hedge funds and a lot of the Redditors, people trying to force out short squeezes. And we do know that there's a lot of big time hedge funds out there that are shorting the markets, right? Not a very smart idea in my personal opinion. Yes, it's been bloody over the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to deny that. It's been a kind of a rough ride, but with this interesting price action after hours, we definitely see that AMC stock is definitely going parabolic right now. And like I said, it's not a huge kind of big move, but just for that big move right after hours, you see a lot of big time money is probably piling in. I've said this time and time again that, I do expect AMC to go through a short squeeze. That's just nonetheless how I do expect it to go down. And, we found out in the months of March and April that there was a lot of big time investors adding on to their short positions. Right, and hedge funds truly want to drive the stock price for AMC down to zero. But as you guys can see, AMC still does have that life in it, to the point where it starts going up. And I never discounted AMC. I think it's a pretty good investment. Yeah, there's a lot of big time investors out there who do not, but nonetheless, we can only go based off what the facts are telling us. And there's a lot of facts out there that tell us that, one, there's a lot of people who are shorting this specific stock. And right now there's a lot of big time Reddit traders out there who are trying to force out short squeezes. But nonetheless, it's a very kind of crazy time in the market. I don't think it's a very good idea to kind of be shorting stocks, but I do think that there's still going to be a squeeze forced out of AMC. And the reason I say this is because a lot of big time hedge funds and stuff, they're shorting the market. They're shorting AMC. Right now it's currently sitting at $10.57. And if we take a look at the 1-year chart, we can definitely see this big climb up here on January 27th, a little bit of a fall back down on the 16th of February, and a little bit of a big climb up back on March 16th. And ever since then, it's kind of just been going down day after day after day. A lot of people diamond handing the stock, expecting a squeeze to eventually want to go through. But, nonetheless, it does take time. You can never really time the market. You can never time the squeeze. And like I said, it's a very weird time right now. A lot of the reason why I think AMC has been falling is not due to any simple fact other than the fact that the markets generally are not doing well right now. We see a lot of big tech tanking, the S&P, big indexes, people are scared over interest rates. There's a lot of scares about the economy recovering. And, it's a lot to kind of keep in consideration, but nonetheless, AMC is still something on a lot of people's watch list because they know it's a heavily shorted stock. That people are kind of wondering, is it going to replicate what GameStop did a couple of months back, where there were so many people who were shorting the overall stock. But if we take a look at AMC and we see what it actually does bring to the table, it's going to go through a short squeeze. Nonetheless, it's going to happen sooner or later, especially now that, a lot of retail traders, Reddit traders know that they have the power to make big market moves. They know that they do have the power to make these stocks go up. And like I said, AMC, it's millions and millions of shares being shorted at a single time. So, with people adding to their short positions every single day, with people still continuing trying to push the stock down, it's not a very good time to want to be pushing down stocks because we know the power that these retail traders have. Us as the retail traders and Reddit traders, we know that there's a lot of people out there who are trying to force the short squeeze. So is this the start of the short squeeze? Is this the moment we've kind of been waiting for? Well, it's kind of tough to say. Like I said, AMC has always had that kind of volatile price movement. And this is what I've been saying time and time again in all of my videos, when we take a look at it from a bigger perspective, that, these stocks do have the power to make significant big moves in a single day. You can never really sleep on these types of stocks, especially what they offer altogether. You know, we know that AMC and GameStop, like these stocks can move 20, 30, 40, 50% in a single day. So, you know, you can never really discount the fact that these stocks are very volatile. It's heavily being shorted. We do see a lot of market recovery from these stocks altogether. Is this a temporary move? Is this going to start going back down? Well, only time is going to tell. But nonetheless, we're in a market condition right now where shorting is not really the smartest idea to do. And we know that, you know, taking a look at it from a bigger example, that every stock right now is it's kind of being shorted. So if we take a look at the limelight, we see what's kind of happening. There's going to be a point in time in the market where there's going to be a lot of stocks that are starting to squeeze. AMC is a different scenario because there's definitely a lot of short sellers out there who are definitely trying to take it down more and more every single day. But you know, a lot of big time hedge funds, you know, we know how they play the game. They ride the wave down, then they ride the wave up. But with AMC, we definitely see that there's a lot of people who are still holding it. And like I said, there's probably a lot of people who bought the dip, you know, kept averaging down $7, $8, you know, $8.50. And right now they're probably pretty happy with a lot of this price action. Is this price action going to go through tomorrow? What's my overall price target for AMC stock in the long run? Well, it's kind of tough to say nonetheless. You know, you can't really predict it, but I've said this a lot. And I do think that AMC right now, you know, especially being in the media a lot more, ever since the whole kind of Reddit fuel rally, it's now labeled itself as a meme stock, which people do love to target here and there. People, you know, do love to actually ride these waves up and down. But, you know, here's the question. Is this the start of the squeeze? And for me, I think, you know, if we have a couple of back-to-back green days like this where we see this volatile price movement that drives the price upward, movement that will definitely take it to the next level, we definitely see that there's a lot more earning potential for a lot of these investors who are buying the stock. And we can definitely see it from this price action today that, you know, you see this little jump up here that went up 1083, about 11%. You know, that does not come because there's a lot of big time buyers who are just, you know, jumping into the stock right away. It's because, you know, people see this volatile price movement and it makes them want to cover their short positions because they start to get worried. Obviously, there's a lot more people out there who are shorting the stock, but they haven't got scared enough just yet. But once we start climbing to the $14, $15 range for stocks like these, I do think that we're definitely going to get a lot more volatile price action upward. I do think that we're definitely going to start seeing stocks that are starting to squeeze a lot more. And AMC, like I said, being the biggest example of these because this is a heavily shorted stock. We know this. It's public. You know, we know how many shares are being shorted. Now, there's a lot of outrageous price targets out there. Some people say it's going to 50K. Some people saying it's going to 100K. Some people saying it's going to 1,000. You know, it's really hard to predict. But nonetheless, a lot of people who are average down on the stocks know that, you know, this thing is made for a big jump, that it's probably going to have a big jump pretty soon. And we know that eventually all of these hedge funds eventually have to cover their positions if we start seeing an upward momentum. And it really does showcase the ability of people who are patient and really just believe in the stock in itself and the squeeze in itself. But nonetheless, it's going to happen. And if we just, you know, people out there who are diamond handing the stock, saying, is a squeeze eventually going to happen? Like I said, the market is a very crazy place right now. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, we don't know what people are buying. We don't know what people are selling. We see that the S&P 500 has been crashing, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ. You know, we see a lot of high growth sectors. A lot of meme stocks have been tanking. So nonetheless, it really does truly take a long time for people to kind of comprehend that, you know, you can't predict the market. But you know, if you truly believe that it's going to happen based on the facts and evidence, eventually you're going to get this squeeze that a lot of people are talking about. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.